Hi everyone, it's Burton and we're playing ETHGREZE. This episode is called the T-Job. So you can see where we're starting off in the line space. Let's have a look at our precious cargo. We have 7 in quantity, ETHGREZE tea buds. Catch it. So let's pop onto the commodities market. We'll find out a little bit more about the delicacy we're carrying. So the hand plucked from dangerous carnivorous Camellia sinensis plants. Wow, that's a mouthful. Only those with sharp reflexes make it through the first season without losing fingers or entire hands. Oh, wow. So, no wonder this is so prized after. So this is one of the rare commodities that you can pick up in ETHGREZE. Now, I've already plotted a course, as we can see on here. So we're starting right here in ETHGREZE. You're jumping on down to NEGREZ, Ross 112, Lear, Merak, LP 12832, then 16771, and then a whole load of systems I've never been before. Now with these rare commodities, the further away you get, the more money you make. So generally about 130 light years I think is where it stops making you a profit. I'm actually going to go down to Sol, which isn't 130 light years, it's 81 light years. I've not been to Sol, I've got the pass so I can get into there, so I think it's worthwhile heading on over to Earth and see if we can get rid of these tea bags, because everyone knows humans love their tea. Now quickly looking at the outfitting, I was debating a few things. I've got rid of my additional cargo rack and I've put the fuel scoop in, because we'll need that on this journey, because I am not going to be paying a fortune for fuel. Now I did debate getting rid of the burst lasers here to try and increase my jump range, and if I was gonna be a freighter pilot all the time, I would probably do this. But I like to have a bit of a bite, should we say, should we come into any problems. As we can see in the traffic report, not too busy in this system. Well, not for a game, and when this was recorded, in fact this was day after release, so this is the official release. Galnet news slowly being updated, which is quite good. So far they've actually been 2 civil wars that you, the player, have helped decide the outcome on. So it's interesting to see that you can have an effect on the universe, however small it may very well be. This is one of the things. There was a slave rebellion. Right now, I believe this is actually over. Yeah, in Sobago. But it's interesting, nonetheless. So here we go. We're gonna launch. In case you're wondering what I'm actually playing with, I've got a Thrustmaster HOTAS. One of the cheaper range joysticks I picked up for about £40 or so. But just having the control in thrust, as well as just having a separate joystick, makes all the difference in this game. A lot more immersive. So here we go. Let's just get ourselves off and going. Landing gear retracted. Turn ourselves around using the twist function of my joystick, and we're going to throttle up slightly. Be careful not to collide with an eagle. Oh, nice little remover there. I just love how this game looks. Right, so first destination. So next to my radar you'll see a little round colour and then a white dot. This is my waypoint, so I'm going to line myself up here and we're going to jump. Now don't worry, because there's going to be about 20 odd jumps. I'm not going to show you every single jump. Now our mass lock indicator has now been removed because we're far enough away from the station that we can begin charging our jump drive. Keep an eye on the fuel bar as well. This jump isn't going to take too much because it's only 4.37 light years. So let's get underway. 2, 1, engage. Now obviously when you come out of jump drive, you're always met by a beautiful looking star. And what a way to arrive in a new system. Look at that. So here we are in NEGREZ, this is jump number 1. A little bit of editing hopefully I've just put in there so we can speed things up a little bit. We're already plotted onto Ross 112. You can see there's another sun just going out of view now. Now I'm always keeping an eye on the radar behind us to make sure there's no ships coming in, possibly try to interdict us. Luckily, nothing happens this time, so off we jump again. So Ross 112, then it's on to Lay, and then I crap myself because did you see how close we came to that planet then? Well, I say planet, sun. One of the things I'm going to do is, any unexplored sun as well, I'm just going to be scanning it. A very quick scan indeed. So that way when I do get to my final destination, I'll be able to sell some data as well. So that's going to bump up the profit margin a little bit. So now we've discovered Merak on jump number 4. We're going to turn around because it's a twin sun system. Look at that, that's beautiful. We'll have a quick cut onto jump 5 and jump 6 LP16771, and this is where we begin to fuel scoop. Now I'll sped this up a little bit for you because it does take a good long time. The bottom right hand corner you can see my fuel is increasing, very slowly, but it is increasing. So I pretty much fully fuel up and then we continue our journey to Earth. There's jump number 7 and jump number 8. Once again, speed things up, we're onto Suds at jump number 9. Jump 10 takes us to LS 2368, while jump number 11 continues on to 2359 LHS. 2268 follows that, and Ogang! Love that name. And then we'll do our next fueling mission itself. We're just going to have a quick scout about here. Look at the corona of that sun, that is beautiful. When I first started using the fuel scoop I did have a little bit of problem. I did on occasion damage my ship. Not on this run thankfully, but when I was starting out. There's 14 and jump number 15 for you. Jump 16. Now hopefully you guys like the fact I'm editing out all of these jumps because in the journey of this distance it's not going to be too exciting for you to watch a full video. But what we'll do is we'll slow it down a little bit. We've got to jump 17. So obviously we're going to just scan this. I've got this set up to my middle button on my joystick itself. We're going to throttle ourselves down to 0 and we can fuel scoop all at the same time. You got to multitask when you're in space, anything to turn a profit. We'll relock our destination now that we've discovered. We're still in Federation space here, as you can see. Oh no, I'm lying to you, no we're not. The bottom one is where we are, LH293, and Ursa Majoris is where we're off to. Now, watch this, as soon as we start charging, did you see how our temperature jumped up at least 10? Oh, we're being interdicted. Right, we need to get out of this, and we need to get out of this fairly fast. Oh, come on. Now at this moment we're just going to submit to it, and I'm not even gonna turn to fight whoever it is who's done this. I'm just getting out of here. So it's a guy called No. Prepare to pay up. I'm not having that, so we've got full power to engines and we're going to be boosting as soon as we can. There we go, engines again. There we are, our first boost. We're trying to make some distance. As you can see, he's barely on the radar. Yeah, we'll outrun this guy. You will end us. So you got to catch us first, No. And I don't think you are going to catch us. We've got a fairly good speed. Considering we are in the Viper, Vipers are fairly fast ships. Would have been slightly faster if I got rid of my lasers. But hey.
Frameshift drive charging.
So our frameshifts come back online. No contacts. Now I think we're going to survive to fight another day and deliver some precious tea.
4, 3,
Always reminds me of Stargate, the original film.
engage.
This sort of jump wormhole sequence. And the sound effects in this game, just the engine power you drop. So hopefully on screen now you'll be able to see the next 3 or 4 jumps or so. Nothing too exciting happens in them, so we'll just skip on over to the next system. And here we are, we've arrived. We're in Lalande. Jump number 23. And there you can see in the distance, above the beautiful sun in front of us, the system of Sol, our destination. And let's just scan this one last time, get us a little bit of cash, and then we'll go straight through to Sol and see how much we can sell our tea for. So it's a red dwarf star. It's cold outside and there's no kind of atmosphere. Let's get to Sol and sell our tea. Now I've got to be careful here because I am a little bit close to the sun. I'm just making sure that we still have our cargo with us. Oh, 110%. See? Don't like this. We're smoking, we're steaming, we're so close. 150, yeah, we're going to be alright. I think we're going to take a little bit of damage there. Not too much. But bloody hell. Talk about almost ruining things as soon as we get to the Sol system. And here we are, destination reached. We are in Federation space in the Sol system. So where to go to? Well, well there's Earth. Let's have a quick look where you are. There we are, we'll just turn the ship around. We'll start throttling up a little bit. Be careful to avoid the sun's chronosphere. We'll also get a little bit of fuel as well, why not?
Fuel scoop disengaged.
So it shouldn't take too long to get to Sol at all, now that we're in a super cruise. As you can see, one of the updates in the latest patch allows you to take off the orbital lines. The orbital lines are not too bad. But as you can see, the sheer amount of planets in our solar system, the screen would be covered in orbital lines. So I removed that for a bit more of immersion. So we've got the Abraham Lincoln, the Gorbachev, and the Queen something. And we're going to go to... we'll go to the Lincoln, I think. Good old USA, Abraham Lincoln. Hopefully the Americans on the station like their tea because I've come a long way. Quick scan, I think we're going to be okay. Now we're coming in too fast on this system. This is something I kind of like to do. It just means if anyone's, you know, behind us, it makes it harder for them to interdict us. We'll just orbit our destination, turn around and come in slightly slower. Last thing I want to do is risk my cargo when I'm so close to turning a profit. And here we are, making sure to keep us within the blue on our throttle speed. On our left we can see the alignment, the distance and the speed. They're coming into line, decreasing at the same time, which is also nice. Make sure to keep our nose pointed and do incremental adjustments. And here we go. We're approaching Abraham Lincoln Station. We're almost at a safe distance. So we disengage this and let's see what the station looks like. Oh, here we go. Looks like we've got a giant rotational orbital system. Station. It's been a long journey, guys, and even though I'm carrying tea, I've not had much caffeine myself. So what I'm going to do is sit back, shut my eyes, and just line ourselves up for a little landing. And it looks like we've made it inside the station. Dock number 6, we're going to slowly descend, move forward a little bit, and line ourselves up. If you're new to landing, it's like a little mini game here. Just line this up right in the middle of the screen, and when it turns blue, bring yourself right down to a subtle stop.
Docking successful. Engines
Let's enter
disengaged.
starport services. There's good old Abe there waiting for me. Straight into the commodity market. So here's the tea here. So we can see we're making 2,800 profit roughly on every item. So all in all, that's going to make a nice little bit, just under 20,000 credits. What we're going to do next is quickly just go on to the universal cartographies. We've been scanning all those suns, remember? Look at all the money we've able to get. Now there is one there you can see for 5,645 credits, and that's something I did before we went on this mission. So don't worry, the average is about 600 credits per sun that we've scanned, which as you can see is adding up really nicely. So with our balance here, over 70,000 now, it's turning out to be fairly profitable. Now if I would have continued, maybe another 50 or 60 light years, I probably would have made maybe even double the money. Because remember, the further away you go with these rare items, the more money you make. And here we can see all the other traders who have been out in the solar system. Well, it's been a very profitable day. We're here at Earth, and it only leaves us with one question. Where do we go to next? And what do we do? Well, my name's Burton. Thanks very much for watching, guys. And just as we descend into the depths of the Abraham Lincoln, let's just rack up the profits that we've made today. So starting credits, and you can see all of it added on. So 7,025 profit. Not too bad for a little tea job.